The doctor's words hadn't even finished echoing when the man in the cheap jacket stood up, hands shaking, and said something no one in the room could forget. If a kidney is the price, then tell me where to sign. The room fell silent. A single dad, eyes hollow from sleepless nights, was ready to sell a piece of himself just to keep his child alive. And just as the pen touched the paper, another hand slammed down on the desk and a calm, commanding voice said, "Stop. You're not selling anything. You're marrying me. Before you think you know where this is going, stay with me until the very end, because this story isn't just about sacrifice, it's about how love shows up when hope is almost dead." And if stories like this move your heart, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because every single subscribe helps us bring more powerful stories like this to you. Ayan Malik had learned how to survive on very little. After his wife died during childbirth, the world didn't pause to grieve with him. Bills kept coming, rent kept rising, and worst of all, his son Hamza's health kept getting worse. Hamza was 6 years old, small for his age, with big eyes that always searched for his father even when he was asleep. The diagnosis had come like a hammer: kidney failure. One transplant, one chance, and a price so high it felt unreal. Ayan worked 2 jobs. Day shift at a printing press, night shift driving a rented bike for deliveries. He skipped meals so Hamza could have fruit. He wore the same jacket winter after winter. Still, the numbers didn't change. Every time the hospital called, his heart jumped into his throat. Every time Hamza smiled and said, "Abu, I'm okay," it felt like a knife. When the hospital social worker quietly mentioned an illegal organ broker, not recommending it, just mentioning it, Ayan didn't sleep for 3 nights. He stared at Hamza's chest rising and falling, listening to the machine hum, and finally whispered, "If all it takes part of me but leaves you, I'll accept it." That's how he ended up in a private clinic office, signing papers with words he didn't fully understand. That's also how he met Zahra Hamid. Zahra wasn't supposed to be there. CEO of a multinational healthcare company, she had come unannounced to audit facilities after rumors of corruption. She walked into that office in a tailored coat, sharp eyes scanning the room, and instantly felt something was wrong. A desperate man, a trembling pen, a contract that smelled of blood money. She didn't shout, she didn't panic, she simply grabbed the pen out of Ayan's hand and said, "This deal is over." Ayan stood up, anger and fear exploding at once. "You don't understand," he said, voice breaking. "That kidney is the only thing I have left to save my son." Zahra looked at him for a long moment, then asked softly, "What's his name?" "Hamza." Something shifted in her eyes. Years ago, Zahra had lost her younger brother because their family couldn't afford treatment in time. She had built her empire so no child would be lost like that again, but the system still failed people like Ayan. She tore the contract in half. Then she said the words that sounded insane even to herself, "Marry me." The room froze. "This isn't a joke," Ayan whispered. "I know," Zahra replied. "I need a husband for legal reasons, inheritance protections, hostile board members, media pressure. You need money and medical access for your child. A legal marriage solves both. No kidney required." Ayan laughed bitterly. "Why would someone like you do that for me?" Zahra's voice softened. "Because I know what it feels like to bury someone you love when it could have been prevented." The offer wasn't romantic, it was clinical. A contract marriage, separate rooms, no expectations. But when Zahra arranged immediate treatment for Hamza, the best doctors, the best facility, Ayan's pride collapsed under his gratitude. He agreed. The media exploded when the marriage was announced. Headlines mocked Zahra. Investors questioned her sanity. Ayan became a target of online hate, called a gold digger, a fraud, a charity case. He tried to keep his head down, focusing only on Hamza, who finally started getting stronger. Living under the same roof was awkward. Zahra was efficient, distant, always on calls. Ayan cooked, cleaned, and quietly fixed things around the house, never asking for more than necessary. At night, he sat by Hamza's bed, whispering prayers. Slowly, something changed. Zahra noticed how Ayan never raised his voice. How he thanked the staff by name. How he read stories to Hamza with silly voices even when exhausted. She noticed how he looked at his son like the world could end and still be worth living if Hamza was alive.